Warnya didn't insist on accompanying him anymore, and respectfully said, "Mr. Wade has any needs, just call me directly." Charlie nodded slightly to Warnya, did not speak, and walked into the elevator. Charlie went down from the 15th floor and took the elevator floor by floor to look at it layer by layer, and finally he reached the only second layer that he hasn't seen. Looking at it all day, Charlie felt that the brilliant clubhouse can be said that the decoration of each floor is very luxurious, and the designer's intentions can be seen. However, the feng shui here can only be regarded as quite satisfactory. Brilliant feng shui does have a certain degree of exquisiteness, but in Charlie's view, there is nothing very profound and unique. Ordinary people may think that feng shui here is very good, but in his opinion, the feng shui here is like a glass of boiled water. It has no advantages, no harm, dull and unremarkable. But now that Warnya had promised, Charlie didn't mind making a move, raising the entire glorious feng shui to the next level. He thought to himself that combining the feng shui mystery in the 9 profound heaven scriptures, he soon had a whole set of ideas. At this moment, a woman's voice suddenly came from behind him. "Charlie, why are you rubbish here?" Hearing this, Charlie frowned and turned around, and saw Wendy and a man in a white suit walking over. The man is no one else but the eldest son of the Wei family, Baraina Wei. Baraina Wei has loved Wendy since he got her from Fredman. He even promised Wendy that she would be a master. Wendy was unwilling to be sent around like a plaything at first, but seeing that Baraina Wei was really sincere to her, she was willing to be his lover. From Wendy's point of view, although the Wei family's strength is not as good as Fredman's future company group, it is at least $1 billion in assets. Compared with the previous Wilson family, that is too much. Therefore, after she approached Baraina Wei, she regained her former pride. Today the Brilliant Club opened. Baraina Wei specially spent $5 million to buy a senior member qualification, and then brought Wendy over to experience it, and meet the world by the way. After Wendy entered the glorious clubhouse, she was shocked by the luxury here, and suddenly she had the feeling of high society. But when she was immersed in this feeling, she suddenly saw Charlie, who made her hate him. It's like when eating the Manchu feast, suddenly saw a fly. Disappointment. It's really disappointing. She was so disappointed that she just wanted to quickly find a way to get rid of this fly. Otherwise, the experience of this full-fledged man will instantly fall into the valley. Of course, it is best to swat this fly to death. When Baraina Wei saw Wendy firing a cannon at a very ordinary guy, he hugged her waist tightly, and asked curiously, "Wendy, this is the smelly live-in son-in-law Charlie you said?" "It's him." Wendy gritted her teeth and looked at Charlie, and said, "This grandson has been a notorious waste since he was in college. I didn't expect that he would still come to the Brilliant Club." When Baraina Wei was lingering with Wendy, he heard Wendy talk about some of the past of the Wilson family, so he was very impressed with Charlie. When he thought that he had just conquered Wendy, in order to make Wendy give up, he naturally wanted to give her a lot of help, so Baraina Wei looked at Charlie and sneered, "Boy, is the Glorious Club a place where you can come?" Charlie's face became cold, and he asked, "Why can't I come?" "Why can't you come?" Baraina Wei grinned and said, "Because you are not worthy." Charlie couldn't help laughing when he heard Baraina Wei's words. He was not angry, but looked at him with a good temper, and asked with a smile, "Come on, tell me, why am I not worthy?" Baraina Wei's nostrils turned into the sky, and he coldly snorted, "I need to ask? You naturally don't deserve it. Look at the clothes you wear, shush. It's not as good as the doorman at the door." Charlie smiled and said, "What I wear is my freedom." Does Brilliant Club still require guests to wear specific clothes? Baraina Wei sneered, "Of course, the Brilliant Club does not require clothing, but the membership system is implemented here. No member is absolutely not allowed to enter." With that, Baraina Wei asked sarcastically, "Are you an ordinary member here?" Charlie shook his head lightly, "No." Baraina Wei asked disdainfully, "Then are you a senior member here?" Charlie also shook his head, "No." Baraina Wei sneered and said, Why don't you want to tell me? Are you a VIP member here? Charlie spread his hand. It's still not. Verena Way couldn't help laughing. Ha ha ha, you smelly rug. Wouldn't you tell me you are a senior VIP member? As far as I know, no more than 10 people can get senior VIP members in Orus Hill. Charlie smiled lightly, showing 2 rows of small white teeth, and said harmlessly, neither. Verena Way frowned and snorted coldly. You or him are not any members. I think you came in while you were unprepared, right? Wendy on the side also said sarcastically. Then I need to ask, how could such a waste son-in-law who was abandoned by our Wilson family be a member here? It's definitely a stinky rag who came in to eat and drink. After finishing speaking, she glared at Charlie, gritted her teeth and said, Charlie, you came to the wrong place today. This is the newly opened brilliant high-end club of the Song family. Today, it is open for trial business. The people who come are all decent characters. You dare to get in and make trouble. Are you not afraid of being killed by security?